Welcome to the Mali Talk Show, where Mali and her guests are breaking through barriers and talk about topics close to their hearts.
We all have this spark that makes us wake up every day and do what we do. The things that I'm doing when it comes to impact female founder, raising strong community, having a fund that invests in diverse team and female founder is a need, is not something that's nice to have. Hello, Uli, how are you today?
Hi, I'm great, dear. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in Berlin. You're in Silicon Valley. I'm very proud to have you on my talk show. And you know what brought us together? Something very big is coming up in the next December that I would love you to talk about. And before everything, there are many things that we spoke before that catched my eyes and my ear when it comes to the women in Silicon Valley. And this is what I also want you to highlight today to our listeners. So how can I introduce you? Multitasking for sure. And please introduce yourself.
Absolutely, Mali. Thank you for having me. I'm so proud and happy to be a part of this movement where globally we're so connected. So I was born, in Soviet Union and came to America when I was 21, and I started in a tech field. I learned technology, and now I'm a global vice president of sales in a technology consulting company. And what I've noticed, and I know that I have the Silicon Valley perspective for your listeners. What I've noticed is huge gap between male and female leaders, male and female engineers and developers, and also perception and stereotypes that it was really hard to break for me personally for the last 15 years being in the technology field. And today, fast forward, we're living in amazing times where everything is breaking, the stereotypes are breaking, we can be who we are, women love fashion. I personally want to inspire my team to be who they are. You don't have to have pretentious thoughts that you're a technology leader, you have to be all stuck up and serious. You can have fun, you can inspire people by being who you are. And bringing this out from people is a very important task for me, and that's what I truly believed. And today, I am becoming an influencer like you for women in technology who are entering the technology field, helping them advance their careers. A lot of times I've noticed that they're stuck for 10 years in the same director role, and they don't know how to find their influencers, role models. So for me, it became a mission to create a platform that connects people virtually and live and globally, because we now totally have this access. I'm talking to you in Berlin, and we are creating something very special. So thank you for believing in this movement, and the short summary of what I love to do.
I mean, in general, I believe that women can move stuff better and faster. But I want to take you back to this stereotype, because please share more. Like, don't tell me like beautiful, blonde. What else can be the stereotype?
It's really also women, and age. Aging is so important in technology field. When you come in, when I was 21, 22, breaking stereotypes. Okay, you can be smart. You can talk about architecture, technology, network protocols, digital transformation, and people couldn't take me seriously because I was too young, too naive. The perception of how you look, but then you have to have like first 15 seconds to prove yourself wrong, prove them wrong, and show them, hey. Yeah, I know. And they actually puzzle, but they transform their mind because you show them who you are, and you start talking technology and you go deeper into conversations, solutioning the problem versus, okay, they just look at the stereotype and they cannot even hear. The mind is completely blocked. So.
I love it. My first investor when I was literally 20 something, I felt that they gave me the money like, let the girl play. I mean, but I knew that. Yeah. And I played a role and I played the game. When you said like too young, too tiny, too whatever, it's really as it is. But I believe that thanks to what we are fighting for, it is changing. It is changing, and it's
Absolutely.
of course we have a lot to do. The gap is still very big, but you definitely see more success coming from, I would say, made by women. Definitely when it comes to Silicon Valley. Definitely when it comes to New York, and also Israel.
Yes.
And hopefully we will see it more and more and more growing and bridging more the ecosystem. So it will happen also in Europe. I want to ask you something before we step into the activity that's coming up also in December, is coming back to Silicon Valley, I would say mindset, because a lot of people think, and I think that as well, like Silicon Valley, it's not a location. Most of the people are not native Silicon Valley people. You know, tons of Israelis out there. My sister actually is in California as well. This is a mindset. You know, if you go there, you go there for a reason. If you work there, you work there for a reason, which means you have to be successful. Otherwise, just, don't waste your time and money. What you can share with us today, with our audience, because probably a German female founder or even guy that would be happy to listen to your tips, to your overview, what you are having as experience from there.
Yeah, I think it's being a dreamer, and it connects the dreamers in Silicon Valley. When you have an idea, you want to be successful, you come to Silicon Valley for that, for the energy that surrounds you. You see everybody has an idea, a product, and they're dreamers and they want to succeed. And it's all about master connecting people, right? So Silicon Valley is the platform for connection. And if you have the right mindset and you really want to strive, you have to build relationships. And that's what this platform is all about. It's not a location. It's a network of conversations. And the more you are here, the more you connect, you become friends with people. And everybody is so inspiring. And also, if you come and you think about, it's already done. When you believe in an idea and you would like to take risks, Silicon Valley is the place, right? You already see yourself 2 years from now, and it's already there. You got the funding because you have the right people, the mindset. There's nothing can stop you. So I think that's what differentiates Silicon Valley from any other place in the planet. So and we can talk forever about the tips. But,
at the moment, I will hear a German founder telling me there's nothing that can stop me. I will know that I did my part. That's beautiful.
Excellent.
That's beautiful. But this is a mindset, exactly as you mentioned. But let's go back to what you mentioned, building relationship, because it's amazing. And, I learned that in the hard way. Each country that I opened for my own product, it was a relationship. It was either customers or an investor, it doesn't matter, but it's a relationship, as you mentioned. But, living in different places, worked in different places, showed me also that Europe is a more comfortable place in a sense of balance and in a sense of, I would say, family life. I also learned that, coming from Tel Aviv, working like crazy 24/7. I learned to find the balance, although not taking my business in a lower level or taking it more easy. It definitely not. The results are the same results, but still you can have like more balanced life. On the same time, I think what it's brought to Europe, at least from my perspective, what I see around me, it's like a lot of, I would say, people that stick to their comfort zone, which is very far away of what you mentioned. This is the main problem of Europe, of Germany, that not raising enough IPO exit, extreme deep tech technology, disruptive technology. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. This is why we bridge so much also the Silicon Valley and also Silicon Valley Bank and VCs are coming here. So it's getting better and better. But what it is about the character that make you successful in Silicon Valley?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the question. I think it's about breaking out of your own box. So we all live in a box, like some box that made you who you are when you were a child. It's very limiting, you were afraid. Our natural ability is to find a comfort zone and live in that box and be comfortable. So what I wanted to do with my life is to break the box and live outside of the box and create new experiences and opportunities, meet people and listen to them and give something before you get. So it's a mindset of really becoming who you are by opening up and seeing new things and seeing new opportunities. And the world just became so open. I was very, when I'm coming from, and I think that's where you will see the similarities with Europe, it's a untrusting environment. We always are very, it's hard for us to break into trust and trusting people. But without it, nobody will trust you back. So first thing I did is I started to be open and trusting people. And, once in a while, you see some people taking advantage of it, but it doesn't matter. In the overall, 90% of the times, when you open up, they open back, and the relationships just become stronger. And vulnerability is the number one thing that drives us, like when we become vulnerable to other person and we share who we are, and it gives them a platform to be vulnerable back. So that's the number one thing that kind of changed my character from the past.
Fantastic. And coming back to said, like, be a dreamer, which I know very well because the Israelis are very the same. What is the fine line between, yes, being a dreamer, but, this fake it until you make it? Because Silicon Valley also, I would say, build or raise these boys clubs that we're fighting so hard right now, or like we open up right now to have more female involved in VCs. So isn't that more of fake it until you make it, or like it's okay or not okay? What is your overview on this?
Honestly, everything is okay. Anything until you make it, being who you are, and you don't have connections yet, but you already feeling you're there. So it's not faking, it's really believing. And when you really believe in your product, in who you are, it doesn't matter if it's real to them or not. It's real for you. So you're already there, you're becoming who you are. And in your mind, it's already there. It happens. So universe turns around and gives you gifts of people and luck. And people just appear in your life when you really believe in yourself. So the first person you meet, they already have something to offer you because you already have this dream came true. So that's what I think the stereotypes are, like, okay, fake it until you make it, but you're already there. So just take people with you and they show up at the right time, the right moment. It's all about this luck, but it's not luck. It's you trusting yourself, trusting the universe, and everything just turns towards you.
Beautiful. And how you see the relationship between woman to woman there?
It's been an interesting journey, honestly. I think when you're when you just start in your career, you have a lot of competitiveness. You have like envy little things that come for women, right? Men usually don't have it. But when you grow and become mature and and then it disappears with age, and also you start becoming you're creating a sisterhood. You're becoming somebody that is really want to help other women who are struggling. I think it's a mind shift when you achieve something and you actually want to give back. It's your give back to the community, the women that actually stuck. Because majority of us are stuck in some point, being a mother, being in a career, balancing life. You want to travel, you like something, but you can't achieve all of it because there's just not enough time. So helping them achieve it by balancing, like you said, creating the momentum for people to outsource some things, like I'm doing this, but if I give it to someone else, I can actually spend my time on what I believe in, what I strongly prioritize for myself.
So let's stick to giving back. I see giving back as the community I built as WLOUNGE. I see giving back as being an investor. I see giving back as a mentor.
Yes.
And I'm sure you are as well. Let's talk about the giving back, but also as the Shark Tank that you're raising right now as part of this activity and conference that's coming up in Silicon Valley in December. And hopefully COVID-19 will be, behind us so we can really travel and not be only in remote or online.
Yes. I think this is a very important movement for everybody. And, having a platform when you are actually been stuck for a year and a half, thinking, okay, how am I going to work in the future? The world is changing. But I want to create a platform for women globally. And this is the first opportunity we can actually truly, truly do it. Because before we had borders, connections in virtual world wasn't that connected. Today, speaking to you, like you're sitting in my living room and we're having a wine or coffee. It's really special that we actually have this opportunity. So giving back for me is really creating the platform for women to pitch their ideas, find investors, again, being so inspired by others, listen to other women, female founders, listen to other, exceptional C-level executives that already achieved something who want to give back. So it's giving somebody at a different level opportunity to get what they want, meet the right people, get advice, go and advance in their career, and actually create this new network of female leaders and executives that you will never lose. We want to continue that journey. And for the Shark Tank, think about all female founders and all female mentors, all female
I'm
executives.
already excited.
Yeah. And you also got me to be super excited after, think about male versus female and our authentic way of breaking through and actually getting what we want with pushing the idea and actually have a human and authentic element to it. And it's, we want to be vulnerable. Shark Tank for males, Shark Tank for females. It's vulnerable, trusting, being out there versus, hey, I got this, and you have, it's just female, it's a very interesting way to see how it's going to run. And
I will tell you something regarding this, and this is beautiful how you speak about that. The excitement is for sure from both of our side, but the giveaway or the takeaway from for the ladies that will be part of it can be magical, because one of the female founder that I talked recently, she said, Mali, why I want a woman investor? It's not only for the money. It's because she will ask me she will call me and ask, how are you? Exactly, yes. How am I doing? So when you take responsibility and put women on stage, let's call it Shark Tank, it doesn't matter what kind of format it is, it's also showing how we can do it in a different way. We also mentor, we also give tips, we also open doors, we also network, we introduce them. It's not always only about the capital. And I think this is exactly I would say the message that we want to bring with female investors, bringing it to a female founder, not because the men are isolated or not invited, they're more than invited, but we want to show a different way.
Yeah, you said it beautifully. It's a nurturing environment where you take this founder and you elevate them versus, okay, here's your money and go do it, because they want you to fail and, stand up, but you nurture them and you help them see things differently too. So you instantly become their leader, but also you elevate them with your, tips. You said it beautifully with the human element and support. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So with the human element, let's summer our conversation. And I would love you to share with our audience, think as myself, I'm a female founder, I'm in Germany, I'm in Europe. What should I do to get this access to this Women Shark Tank, to this format, to even a sneak peek from, the energy, the different energy in Silicon Valley through what you're doing?
It's believing in your idea, and because I think women are they have an idea and they're not sure if it's going to be right or not. So I think the number one thing is if you see that the gap that you're not getting as a female person, or if your idea is not there yet, it's wonderful. Just go for it, and then create your the steps and that you believe that will get you there, and then apply and get to be in the Shark Tank, because you're not going to be alone. There is a fear of women, then they have an idea that they will fail because they don't have support. I have to do it on my own. I'm not good enough. There's so many things that show up. So just put everything aside, because you're actually entering a support group from all levels. and you're getting mentorship, just believe in the idea, because if you don't, then it's a different story. So I think that's the number one thing. And then everything else will just flow.
Yeah. So no one will take you down. We only level you up.
That's right.
Together.
Yes.
I love it. And as always, as we talked, as we actually met through one of the WLOUNGE event, I love the energy. I love what you bring in. And I want to thank you for this discussion. And hopefully I will see you in person in December and not remotely. And what can I say? I'm very happy to collaborate, and I really looking forward to see you in the Shark Tank together.
Oh, me too, Mali. Thank you so much. Having you there would be honestly connecting what we're not having in Silicon Valley today. Going and seeing Europe, going and seeing Asia, going and seeing Israel in a whole new way, because the United States is very, closed and think that we got it all, but they need to open their minds and see how every other country does it differently, connect the investors. There's so much ideation and innovation going around. So being open, also open up our women and female founders in Silicon Valley to connect with women outside of the United States. So it's an amazing, amazing journey that we'll have.
Beautiful, beautiful. We should have started with this one.
That's right.
Like the differentiation that actually brings us to a one point of collaboration. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you soon, Oli.
Yes, it was great seeing you. Thank you.